What's going on, YouTube? This your boy Aristotle Investments, R with the Rari. We back with another episode of Market Talk, episode 8. All right, you guys. Now I'm going to give you guys analysis on what to do if the market crashes. All right. So we've been getting some bearish signals, and I've been warning you guys for the last 8 days on this. I was telling you guys, hey, even if we rise again, we may fall. And I was telling you guys that I just see it within the market, and I'll explain more about that, and we'll dive into the crypto market and everything. But before I do, all I ask for you guys is to literally leave a like and then a comment under the post, and I will give you guys what you deserve. That's all I ask, folks. Without further ado, let's get right into it, folks. All right, so as you see right here on Market Talk episode 7, all right, what was I doing? I was telling you guys that I personally see. I was telling you guys about what? That we have a rising wedge pattern to watch out for, all right? And we have a retest. So that was literally a day ago. And what do I do inside of my chat, folks? I called the puts yesterday at 11:40, and then that night I was telling you guys, hey, we may drop. Now I even told them what? Risking this break and retest. And you can see the time, 11:41 a.m. And I even showed them this exact picture within my chat. So one thing about me is I'm the type of guy who's going to put my money where my mouth is. All right. I'm never going to just be like, oh, this is going to happen and I don't put no money on it. That's not me. All right, folks. So you guys are seeing firsthand why I am who I say I am. And I came out with this series so that I can showcase to people, hey, listen, nobody can call these plays better than me. All right, when it comes to throughout the day or throughout the market, it's just that I've been calling them privately within my chat. But I was like, let me give YouTube a little bit, a free game or whatnot. All right. So, of course, I have my Stock Sunday show. But even on Market Talk. Now, let's talk about where I predicted it in Market Talk on episode 5, 8 days ago. So, as you can see, even on episode 7, I was talking about what? Episode 5, where I said, hey, even when this candle hit, this candle right here, if we go to SPY, all right, this big candle right here, when this first hit, I told everybody literally on Market Talk, hey, watch out for that particular candle. Now we can draw the rising wedge pattern again. Right, boom. And you guys can see it formulating. All right. Boom. Okay. So now you guys see the rising wedge pattern. Okay. And there it is. And then we have a confirmed breakout close below support, and then a retest of former support acting as new resistance. Okay. So boom. This candle right here is where we were on what? Episode 5. And I even said what's going to happen with this break of support. First theory is a retest of support and then drop. So it's kind of choppy, but you guys see that what I do. I said a retest of broken support and then drop. All right. So I don't know. It's just when you have experience in the market, you just know how the candles move. See, my superpower isn't, I can watch the news and post the most news and copy other people's leap plays and stuff. I make my own leap plays. I don't have to watch the news. I'm a price action trader, because one thing a lot of these people don't understand is it's bigger than just buying a dip and holding leaps. But during this part is when we're on the uptrend, what to do is very hard. So, I've just grown a knack of learning price action and having a feel for the market. So I already knew when we broke down, I knew the theory was they were going to retest broken support, because a lot of, especially when I was looking at stocks throughout the market, when this dip happened, it was a lot of good names to buy on the dip. So I saw that a lot of good names were at support here too. So I was like, it would have to bounce and it would have to retest before coming down ultimately. So remember, folks, we take the elevator down and the staircase up. So even if it falls, it would be a very big fall. But here's another thing. We have a head and shoulders play to look at as well. And we'll look at Bitcoin as well. I also talked about that in market talk as well. Well, we got this head and shoulders play right here. All right, so if it breaks this neckline, it could really fly down. Then we also have this gap to fill. All right, so we got this gap to fill. We got this head and shoulders, shoulder, head, right shoulder. As you can see, this is the shoulder, this is the head, this is the right shoulder. And then as you can see, this is slanting down, and here's the neckline, correct? So right here, neckline, shoulder, head, right shoulder, plus a rising wedge pattern hybrid. This is like ultimate, and I even call these puts here too. So I'm kind of just somebody who just, hey, this market, I might have to be studied. That's all I gotta say, with how much I understand it, And we can even look at the Bitcoin. I've been talking about this little megaphone pattern it's been forming. Let me go to BTC Bitstamp. There we go. This pattern right here. So it's doing the same thing SPY did. It broke, and I even called the reject here. All right, so it broke support and then retested, broken support and fell, correct? So again, under here, roughly about 92,000 is what I've been telling people for a minute. If it gets under 92,000, this little area right here, lots of demand here, it could potentially, get to the 80,000, 85,000 mark, right? Which could be a great ad for anybody within Bitcoin, because you're 15,000 from the highs, which is theoretically 100K, but it went to 100 and like what? The highest point is 108,000. 108,364 is the high, correct? And now we looking like we're retesting and ready to break support as well as SPY. So I get it. A lot of crypto guys were talking about that the cycle is, is going to be another bull cycle in 2025. But I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't really trust as far as just pinpoint analysis. You got people just saying anything. It's going to 1 million by 2030, and that could be true. Who knows? But one thing about it is, there's cycles. There's your you have your consolidation period, and this was a long consolidation period. The longest, and then it finally broke out. So we shall see. But then we had this bull cycle. This counts as another bull cycle, so we just gotta see, So this is the second bull cycle, and then it fall and it fell. So that's my whole thing is, I wouldn't be surprised, because so much buzz is around it, and so many companies and billionaires and stuff are just buying and buying and buying. One more drop would be probably one of the best blessings that could happen in the crypto market, because everybody knows it's going back to 100K. So anything less than 100K, in my honest opinion, the further it gets from 100K, the better opportunity it is in Bitcoin. That's just the honest truth. If it decides to drop, do I believe it could possibly correct? Personally, yes. Before it reaches past 100K, I don't know. Maybe they want to bless the world. Maybe they want to see who got it. But I promise you, a lot of companies will unload in these 70s and 80s and 60s, all right, and 50s. Like however far this thing chooses to come down, if it does decide to stay on 100K, it's over with. All right, folks. And even then, folks, I've been giving you guys so much game on Market Talk. Like I said, this defense stock is at a nice discount. LMT, Lockheed Martin. I like to see right? LMT, Lockheed Martin. And what do? I go and call it in my chat. Like right here. See that? And what do? We bank. I bank on it. 4,600. So market talk, you can make some money on here. See what I'm saying? Like my last trade was SPY. I made nearly 7K in less than 24 hours of calling it. 71% trade from this particular one right here. See that? The puts I called on this rising wedge. All right. So, this is what I do. I have a high win rate. Do I take losses? Like I have a crazy amount of, my win rate is crazy. Like here's my win rate right here. And then if you add SPY 70%, you get what I'm saying? So I lost 3 and hit how many this month? So I'm not just somebody who can, I show my exact wins and losses, and I tell them all can be searched for proof of authenticity. So if you don't believe me, you can just search them for everybody who just be like, man, you tripping. You didn't call that like love. Or you can just, all you got to do is go to from and then my name, all right, which is King BR, that's me. And then type in any ticker right there. And you're going to see me calling it right here. I don't even have to pull it up inside of the chat. Hold up. Let's see. It's one of those. I know I called it somewhere. King BR. Let's look up Lucid. Like, I don't know why it's tripping. AMD. It'll be there. I just gotta find it closely. All right, here we go. Start AMD call. LV. Make sure I type that in right. Because maybe I didn't type it in right. Okay, there it go. Here we go right here. LUV. All right. Love. And then we have Johnson & Johnson. Anything you could think of on that list, I called. All right. So I don't got to sit here and, of course, I wouldn't lie to my chat, of course. But, I called this twice. Back in Johnson & Johnson. And then I called it so many times, just different amount of times. So yes, folks, make sure you tap in. It's your boy Aristotle, man. If you want to really get these plays and get this work, we just been calling these plays, man. But like I said, here's the point I wanted to get to. Here's what you should do in case of a market dip. You should be thinking about averaging in. You get what I'm saying? So I think Bitcoin, every 10,000 down from 100K, even at 90,000, 80,000, 70,000, just be averaging in into those. But maybe I would say in the 80s, in the 70s would be the best. And if you got big bread and patience, then of course you can average into the 90s. But this for the people who never got in. You know what I'm saying? If you already in, then you know what to do. But most of you saying it's going to 1 million anyway. So 94K is cheap, correct? And they're talking about it may get to 250,000 by 2025. Like, and now I'm starting to see why they're using 250. I was like, why that number? 2025. That's why they saying 250,000. Like these 25s and all that, they're fascinated with. But yeah, like I'm not really, into all that. But how am I capitalizing off this? I played puts. That's how you capitalize off the downtrend. I've been told my chat to sell a bunch of stuff up here. I said, hey guys, go ahead and start averaging out of these leaps. A lot of the big tech leaps, we may get a correction. The market has been overextended. They're not really giving us, signals to when it's going to drop. But if I see a pattern, we'll see. And then I saw it. We had a rising wedge. It broke. And I even called the rising wedge before it broke. It's another thing too. I called it on Twitter. So I just been telling people about it, and we got this head and shoulders. Oh, and then I wanted to show you guys this last point, where the head and shoulders would be. So the best thing to do if you're in long term, you should be probably using puts, but it's saying it's coming to this 200 in May. That's what it's saying. If it breaks down here, which it might break down somewhere over here, to be honest, because it still got to come down here Then they gotta come down here if it does break. But it'll be like a double breakdown. This will be the neckline and it breaks. It's saying it's going to retest the 200 MA. That's what it's saying based on technicals. If this pattern actually sticks, and who knows? Maybe we could get some good news, and then this thing could keep going, and then who knows? This is a crazy bull market. But one thing I do want to say is, if it gets to the 200 MA without any significant catalyst of bad news, who knows? Maybe that could be a good dip. This 200 MA buy. SPY hasn't retested the 200 MA in how long? What? It's been a minute on a daily chart. October of 2023, and it's about to be 2025, nearly less than a year and a half ago, folks. So, that's all I'm saying, folks. But I really did this episode just to tell you guys, I told you so, and I'm the man, and I call these plays, and you can go and look it up yourself. You get what I'm saying? There's nobody who can call my bluff in this game. I'm really doing it, and I really put up numbers, and I put my money behind it. You get what I'm saying? And yes, I can live off of my earnings for the stock market. How couldn't I live off? What did I make today? Well, way more than this, because this is just in one account. But how couldn't I live off 7,000 today? Even though I'm not gonna say how much I make per day, but let's just say it's in the 5-figure range, every day. But in the stock market, I love making money off of this because it's free money. You gotta work, you gotta hustle, it's free money. I don't see why we wouldn't. Make sure you guys tap in if you really want to get your freedom back and learn this. Tap into my mentorship. Head to honeydripnetwork.com. So, honeydripnetwork.com. Head here and tap into the Christmas sale today. You get these discounts. So make sure you guys tap in. And here's my squad. You guys know we're a very diverse group. And he's African. He's not even black. So we really are very diversified. He's Indian, so that counts as for the Asian people. He speaks Spanish. He's half white, half Hispanic. And I'm black, African American. And he's Irish, which I actually have Irish in me a little bit. But yeah, folks, God bless you guys. And hope you guys enjoy Market Talk, and stay on your toes. Make sure you're not overexposed. If you have shares, you're probably going to get a down draw in your portfolios, but that's not just buy more shares. You got 5 more years. It's just going to keep going up. Apple's going to keep going up, stock split. Nvidia's going to keep going up, stock split. Google's going to keep going up, stock split. Tesla's going to keep going up, stock split. So don't, unless you're buying puts to hedge against your portfolio, because that's what options were originally used for, then, that's the only advice that I have for people. But if you have shares, do not sell your shares. Shares are meant to be held forever, unless it's just some day trading fling type stock, like these quantum computings that everybody wants to believe in, because they try to ride anything that the news puts hype behind, and now quantum computing is it. So, like I said, folks, I would recommend definitely probably trimming positions on stuff like that if you were able to catch, the second half of the uptrend. But other than that, if you're looking for long option plays, then you got to wait. That takes time. That takes we got to wait however long the next recession is. And if you're in crypto, then you know what I said, average in every 10,000. So I gave you guys all the game right there. At the end of this episode, make sure you guys tap in and come change your life. It's only $25 to get started. And I'll put the link in the description and pin the link in the comments. God bless all of you. This is your boy Aristotle, and I'm out. Let's get it.